Captain Facade. Let's get you out of here.
It was really a nice surprise to see you in the show. I remember turning it on and there's this great action sequence and there you are at the center of it. How did that come together for you?
It was a perfect timing because when I took my retirement about 3 years ago, Disney contacted me about that project. And I felt very lucky, very privileged and lucky to be part of that franchise because I've always been a big fan of Marvel and Disney since I'm a kid. And for me, it's a childhood dream right now that I'm doing. It's amazing.
Well, it looks like you got to do even more complicated fight scenes than you did in Winter Soldier with Cap. How did those come together and what was it like shooting that scene? Because it's very complicated and pretty spectacular.
It is complicated, but Disney and Marvels are the best at putting it all together. I was very lucky to be directed by Carrie Scroglin. She's amazing. She gave me great guidance point. And like the Russo brothers in the Winter Soldier, Carrie was the same. They all helped me, gave me good guidance because they know it's a new thing for me. And to have that support, it makes the job much better. You know, it makes it much easier.
Well, and tell me about some of the choreography in that fight, because I imagine you were able to draw on some of your own fighting skills, and were you able to bring any of that to the choreography itself?
Yeah, when you fight for real, everything stays sharp and short. But when you fight for the camera, you need to do everything big, which you cannot do if you fight for real, because by telegraphing your punches and kicks, your opponent will see it coming and he will adapt. But for the camera, it looks good. So that's the major difference. And also, I had a chance to have an incredible choreography to do that was made by the stunt people. And they're just amazing. You know, in martial art, there's different, I would say, different dimension that you can perform. There's the performance, like I did, the fighting, the real fighting. There's the choreography. The choreography is the things that you see on TV. These guys are real professional. They do stuff that I cannot do. They do stuff like superhero stuff. It's just amazing. And there's also a third part, which is like the philosophy. And a good example of that, I would say, it's like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee changed the world. He was a good fighter, but not necessarily because of that. Mostly because he was a great philosopher. So in movie, we talk about choreography.
Right. And what about the wingsuit? Like, did you actually get out there and do that, or is that the stunt guys? Because it's such a spectacular moment.
My God, yeah. But you know, for real, to put on a wingsuit like this, you need like about 2 people with you that help you putting it on. So in the movie, Batroc he put it on in 5 seconds, which is it's really different to do in real life. But it's a movie. It's for the fans, and I'm a huge fan myself. And everything we work in this series, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, everything is very compartmentalized. So I only know what I needed to know to play the role of my character. I don't know the whole storyline. Like as a fan, I will watch the show and learn like the others, you know, so it's a lot of fun.
It feels like it belongs to someone else.
Was there anything else that you wanted to do differently when you came back as Batroc after, I guess it would be 7 years, right?
Yeah, I when I did the first my first role of Batroc against Steve Rogers and the Winter Soldier, Captain America, I was mainly focusing on competing as a mixed martial arts. So I didn't have time to learn to take acting class. Now it's been more than 2 years that I'm taking acting classes, like camera classes, theater classes, audition classes, English classes as well, in order to improve my game. And I know there's level to this game, and I have to start back to white belt. And my goal is to become a black belt.
So what's next for you? You're done, or you say you're retired. Sometimes retire is not always retired. And I mean, on the other side of things, Batroc leaps away to fight another day, are we going to see him again?
Well, one thing I can say, if I may, to the Falcon is, from now on, my brigade and I will be ready, and we'll make sure if we cross path that you will never be that lucky ever again.
Symbols are nothing without the women and men that give them meaning.
Well, and I should ask, we actually, I did speak to you a few years ago, and I remember asking you, do you think you could take Steve Rogers in real life? And I think what you said was, he's pretty good, probably not. Do you think you could take the Falcon or the Winter Soldier in real life?
Well, in real life, Georges St-Pierre, probably not, because they're a superhero. However, if you look at Batroc, when Batroc fought Steve Rogers, he only used savate technique, French kickboxing technique, plus acrobatic stuff. When you see the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he's using a jiu-jitsu and wrestling technique that we call the power double leg takedown slams. That doesn't come from savate. So that means that Batroc has improved as a fighter. That means, you know, we say in fighting, you never fight the same fighter twice. You can fight the same name, but it's not the same fighter. That means he's better now. So Falcon and Winter Soldier better be watch out for him.
Well, it's so great to see you part of the Marvel Universe again. And I wonder, you know, as we've seen this whole giant story unfold, is there anyone else in the Marvel Universe that you'd like to take on?
If there's a mission giving to me, I don't care about the subjectivity. I only care about the objective, you know, and I'm going to do it at all costs. So whoever is in my way, I'm going to go through him and accomplish my mission.
And just again on that future, you know, Disney is very good about bringing people into different projects and things like that. I wonder if you've ever thought about fighting a Mandalorian or a Jedi or something like that in the future.
Man, that would be my dream. One thing that influenced me in my career of mixed martial art, it's Star Wars. I grew up watching Star Wars. And one thing I can say, if I may, like everybody else, I've heard rumor about Sebastian Stan taking on the role of a young Luke Skywalker. And I really hope the rumor is true, because I know Sebastian Stan is an amazing actor, and he will be able to take that on his shoulder and deliver for the fans. And I really hope the rumor is true, that they're going to bring back Luke Skywalker and Sebastian Stan will be able to play it, because as a fan, I think he's the best guy to deliver it.
Well, I'd agree with that for sure. Georges, thanks so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing where the series goes.
Thank you so much.